with a large part of our population getting divorces every year, it's something that's quite common. And a lot of individuals and a lot of parents are asking, how do I help my child get through a divorce? How do I help them get through the separating of me and their father and me and their mother? And so I want to provide you with some tips and tools that may be more effective in helping your child cope with the divorce in a more positive way. The first thing to recognize in a divorce is that it's a total reshaping of the family as the child knows it, right? So they're used to seeing mom and dad together, or they're used to seeing the parents together, and now everything is all over the place. They have questions. Who am I going to be with? Who will I stay? If I stay with dad, will mom feel bad? If I stay with mom, will dad feel bad? It's not fair. Why can't they just get along? So all of these questions come up. So the first thing is, when you're providing your child with information on why the divorce is happening, make sure that it's age appropriate and stay away from details that are not going to be helpful in the child processing or getting through the divorce. Okay, make sure your 7-year-old does not need details on exactly what happened. It's too much for them to process. And so ask yourself, when you give this information, is this going to help my child get through this, or is this going to be more hurtful for them? So for younger children, staying in the lines of, mommy and dad love you very much, it doesn't mean that we're not a family. It means our family just looks a little bit different right now. But this is not your fault. Reassuring them that it's not their fault, and just telling them mom and dad need some space. Mom and dad are not getting along right now, and sometimes when parents don't get along, they separate, but it doesn't mean that they love you any less. Parents can't divorce you. They can't divorce their children. But this is what people do in order, to be happier, to be more successful, or to get along better. Sometimes people have to separate to get along better. And explaining it in that way is more age appropriate. Be mindful. The second thing is, really be mindful of what you're saying around your child. If you're having phone conversations, if you're talking to siblings or talking to friends about the divorce, children hear what we think they don't. So be very mindful of what you're saying around your other people, around your child. You want to definitely stay away from talking negatively about your partner or about the child's other parent. This in no way, shape, or form helps the child cope with the divorce. It gives feelings of anger. It leaves feelings of sadness, frustration. Sometimes children feel like they need to be the one to fix it. They feel like they have to side with the parent. And so talking negatively does nothing but cause more emotional turmoil for the child. As a parent, you're entitled to your feelings about your spouse without a benefit of the doubt. However, having your child know or telling your child how you feel about the person may not be helpful. That child has every right to create whatever version of their mother or father that they want to. And I find this a lot, especially during bitter separations, where they want their child to know how horrible of a person the other parent is. And how helpful is that going to be for that child to grow up feeling like the other parent is such a horrible person? That's not going to be helpful at all. So you're entitled to your feelings, and it's very important for you to discuss those with other adults, not with your child, because your child does not have the emotional capacity. They're children. They're not able to handle all of that from an emotional standpoint. Some parents say, well, I think they should know how their mother is or their father is. They're never around, and they should know that. Well, children grow up and become adults one day. That's nothing that you have to prove and give a PowerPoint presentation on the 51 reasons as to why their other parent is horrible. Children watch you. And so if the other parent is not active, it's nothing that you have to tell the child to prove. The child will see that over time. So please stay away from talking negatively about the other person in your child's presence. It doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. As far as transitioning, if someone's moving out and there's going to be separate homes, you and your partner need to decide on what the routine will be and hopefully come to an agreement and present that to the child. When parents separate, especially when another parent is moving out, children have lots of questions. Who am I going to stay with? How long it's going to be? And the more information you can provide soothes their anxiety with the already difficult transition. So reassuring them that mom will spend time with them Monday through Wednesday, dad will have them Thursday through Friday, or whatever the routine you came up with. If one of the parent works a lot and maybe travels and not able to pick up the child on weekends, it's okay. It doesn't mean that things can't work out. You come up with creative ways. Maybe there's Skyping time. Maybe there's FaceTime. Maybe there's emails back and forth on a certain day. Maybe you all decide to watch a certain show at the same time every night. The important thing is to allow that child to know that they still have a connection to the other parent, even though the parent is not physically there. Lastly, I would end on saying, allow open dialogue. Ask your child how they're feeling. Reassure them that they're entitled to their feelings and it's okay. But you have to be open when you ask your child that to listening and recognizing that they're entitled to their feelings just as you are. So if the child expresses being sad or being angry, reassure them that it's okay. Encourage them to color or journal or talk to the other parent about how they're feeling. It's really, really important for the children to know that whatever they're feeling is okay, just as it is for you.